We'll put out the links.
Don't want to do it like yesterday.
Yeah. By the way, I finished watching Gamera.
Nice.
Like, I will not spoil anything for those who want to watch it. But hot damn, is that show good! It also really tugs at your heartstrings. But yeah, I love the monster designs. The character designs are kind of meh, but the monster designs are fucking phenomenal. They take 5 of Gamera's toughest foes, not that he had that many to begin with, and redesign them and reimagine them for a modern day beatdown.
Let's see. I just from one of the SD Black SD many short YouTube videos. Tell me, does the Red Scout's pose look familiar by any chance?
Okay, there's something wrong with your mic. You sound far away.
Maybe because I don't have my headphones in. I don't get it.
Okay,
How about now?
better.
Like, I legit don't get it. The phone was right in front of my face. I don't even have my glasses on, so it has to be that close. Anyways, I took the screen cap I showed here from one of SD Black SD's many Speed Forces 2 videos, the Unusual Troubles series. Tell me, does time-bending Scout pose look familiar by any chance?
Yes, it does.
Someone in the comments of that video pointed out the pose, and they're like, that is eerily fitting. As Scout is posing with a Scout is using the pose of another time manipulating stand.
Taro? Taro, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. For a minute it sounded like you weren't. Well, yeah, Scout is doing the Killer Queen pose.
So, I I saw something earlier that I'm both happy and sad about. I'm happy that it exists. I was sad that I won't be able to get it.
I look forward to seeing a lot of memes like this in the coming months.
There, would you like to know what that thing is?
What?
Complete style gigantic Garo pen.
Yo. Garo Ken, let's fucking go. Alrighty. Hello, Internet! We are back. The bear, the cat, and the bull.
How do you mean bull?
Taro.
I thought I thought you were gonna say dog.
No, I'm going off names.
Ah, fair enough.
So as you probably seen by the title, I finally bought Starfield. Um, First time playing. I should have put that in like the I should have put a tag for that. First playthrough. But
Time to see just how this Bethesda game actually is.
I've heard it's actually pretty good, and I think that is partially because Microsoft was involved. Microsoft had bought Bethesda a while back, and it seems that since the acquisition, a lot of Bethesda's trademark shenanigans have been put to rest.
Here's hoping we get an actually good Fallout game in the future when they actually bother getting around to it.
Yeah. Also, I heard. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but Microsoft also, through the business end of their stick at ZeniMax, and ZeniMax supposedly has stopped their shenanigans. Because apparently, New Vegas wasn't the only game that suffered because of ZeniMax.
Speaking of New Vegas, if Obsidian is still around, here's hoping Microsoft will say, you know, this one Fallout game you guys made was received the best of any Fallout game Bethesda's ever put out, right? Let's see if you can do it again. Only this time, we'll actually give you the time and resources you need.
Oh my god. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, in a world where cows fly back with herds and rainbows are her plaid, right?
I thought you were going to say where rainbows are physical matter.
That too.
Which is funny because apparently that is the case in Ultraman Blazar. I'm serious. Like they shot a kaiju in like it's like a diamond hard forehead gem, and like a rainbow shot out. By the way, the nickname for that monster is called Gay Snake because rainbow.
Oh my god.
Can't see it, but I'm rolling my little kitty cat eyes.
Oh no! From what I've heard,
Inevitably, there's got to be somebody who gets pissed off by that name.
I don't think so because
No matter what, someone somewhere will get pissed off.
like the LGBT community, because I can't remember the rest of the letters, members of that community were the ones that gave the nickname Gay Snake. But
That said, there's inevitably gonna be someone who just hates the concept of anything different that's going to get pissed if this exists.
anyway, they shot his forehead gem, and a rainbow shot out, and Blazar, continuing to defy the laws of physics,
More like suggestions of physics at this rate.
jumps into the sky, grabs the fucking rainbow. It turns into a new stone, because his gimmick are these like little coin-like stones that he puts into the transformation device. He only has like
the MMPR 2017 movie power coins. Then
kind of. He gets one based off this monster after like grabbing the rainbow, puts it into the transformation device, and he's able to create. All right, you guys know the Ultra Slash, right? Where like Ultraman like creates a blade of energy or like a buzzsaw of energy.
more
Like,
or less.
okay, so imagine that 5 times bigger with every color of the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow, motherfucker!
I made the joke, catch the rainbow, throw the rainbow. Because, like, he threw it at the monster, it split it in half, and then there was just an explosion of colors.
Eat
Experience
the rainbow.
becoming the
Taste
rainbow.
the rainbow. Remember, the way those commercials worked, it was always weird comment, then taste the rainbow. Yeet the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Oh no, my graphics drivers are out of date.
That's not good.
No, it's not. That's very much not a good sign. Rut-row.
So, earlier today, while I was browsing Facebook, I found this post about, well, it was a bunch of mobile suit pilots in their pilot suits. Things have gotten intense and the pilots are sweating. And the person is asking why their mobile suits aren't climate controlled. The entire comment section was near unanimous with, you know, either the climate controls would be in the pilot suit itself, or they'd just not be there, because for military hardware, stuff like that would just be like a lesser priority. And even Red was like, oh my god, it's so rare to see common sense this concentrated in one place.
Alright. Here we go, boys.
The section lists specifically 1. Mobile suits, like all military stuff, would consider such a thing a lesser priority in the grand scheme. You want to make sure your giant humanoid murder tank is actually functional before you worry about putting AC in there. Second, any climate controls, if any, would be put in the pilot suit. Like stuff to maintain your temperature and place environment gear, etc.
Okay, how's the stream look? Is it laggy?
Which stream are we looking at? The one on Twitch or the one on Discord?
Both.
I'm checking Discord. If you can hear, I am getting visited by Kraken. Hang on.
Bear, wave your hand.
That was the third batch of questions. That was the third batch of stuff. I was never gonna mention that. Kraken was actually going to mention my third point. Stress sweating is totally a thing. Basically, even if the mobile suit did have climate control, these pilots would still be getting into like that kind of they'd still be doing this because humans tend to sweat when we're stressed because we end up raising our own temperature.
It doesn't look that bad, Bear.
Okay.
I can't really see any lag, so I think you're good.
Gets into the actual game that turns into the Max City.
Oh god. Just fucking imagine.
Oh right, I aced the interview.
Yeah!
Way to go, my guy!
Yeah. And you know the best part? The guy must have read my mind, because the second what times I wanted was brought up, he suggested himself the times I was looking for.
Sweetness. I'll be right back.
Bethesda Game Studios
Hey,
presents
no way, Bethesda Gaming.
Starfield.
My ear stopped working for a second, and I thought you said Garfield.
Sold date May 7th, 2330. Argos Extractors Mining Outpost, Moon of Vectera. Vectora.
Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple
Listen to
rule?
Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, now I work in the Stardock. Except, with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing is solid. And, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah, and the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. Shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own healing.
Okay,
Hell,
it
after
does.
this, we'll have enough junk fuel to bounce
Doesn't
from
look
one
like there's any
solar
lag.
systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself.
Just no more
All
unauthorized
systems
jump
are go.
sales from room space, okay?
Is just a big baby. There are worse lives. You know, most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
Group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to reunite.
Promises, promises.
Okay, let's see what we've got. How are we on time?
A little longer. Grab some samples?
Always.
Also tell
But
people
not you.
if
Come
you
on
were
in, Beth.
if
It's
you
just
were in Gundam.
not what I'm gonna bury alive.
Roger that.
Remember, Dusty, keep your breathing steady and never take that helmet off down here. Oxygen processing don't extend this far.
Yeah, because God forbid we fell on a rock with critical atmosphere.
You know what I love about working in pre-stop collector space? Your beds. A job like this in a United Colony? Huh. Breathtaking. This one over here. Calvert! No! No, no, no! It's a laser, not a sledgehammer! Ease up! Benny, if you got paid per break, you'd be a millionaire. Let's go!
Yeah, okay.
What do we say, Dusty? You make your cut, you get your cut. No exceptions. Come on, stick it out. Troy, what's the yield?
Minimal at this point. Occasional glimmer, but it's weak.
What do you think? Stay the course?
No, ma'am. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Well, okay then. Let's call this one tapped. Why don't you move over to that big base you looked at?
Yes, ma'am.
Quiet, is it
Dusty,
right now?
you're up.
Huh?
Take that cutter you grabbed and mind what
The
you can.
game, how quiet is it?
Metal deposits are
Not too quiet. Why?
I don't seem to be picking up any sound on both Discord and Twitch.
What?
I hear this is the last dig.
How about now?
I'm busy.
Yeah, I have both Twitch and Discord at
else
max
bother?
volume. Neither of them picking up anything. Hold on. I have to hecking have my volume at 55 to hear it.
Seriously?
Yep.
How they sucker you to join? Balls in a fancy pamphlet?
You're ready, boss. Get back up here.
Like, I don't even have, like, the...
A few more digs to go.
The audio's not even that low.
Come on, it's time. You're with me.
It might be a my side problem.
And here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Let Hella do his job.
Scanner's reading a clean break. Shut it down.
Let's go. Hella, in the lead.
Yeah, about that.
Problem?
Not if you consider a spike in gravity readings a problem.
I don't.
You don't?
What we're after? It'll eat us in a moment. I'm not told you.
Okay, now you're starting to freak me out.
Relax. It's just another job. Come on.
Yeah, it's just another job. And is this an asteroid or an actual planet?
Asteroid, I think.
Everything is just... Wait, seriously, there's something really effed up about this.
Where is it, Hella?
Yeah, just another job
There.
on an asteroid. I wonder what could go wrong.
You're up. Something goes wrong in there. We'll come get you.
Okay,
Why would anything go wrong?
how do I turn on my flashlight?
Both of you do your jobs. Client is on his way.
Great way to start any horror game. How to turn on my flashlight.
Ah! Found it. Oh, and then it tells me!
Still getting weird gravity readings. I guess that's a good thing. Just keep going.
Okay.
Hmm?
I think I'm having audio problems on my own phone because I thought I was muted, but I heard I heard my voice, but only just barely.
Like, okay, voices are fine. I can't hear the game.
That's really fucking weird.
It's a new game. Probably, probably Bethesda's way of tries to get us somehow.
Alright, everything has been all the audio has been reset to default. Anything?
Hold on.
Do you see anything?
No, not really any change.
Okay.
Snap out of it.
Hey, come on. Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
The character creator.
Yeet.
Oh my, that is the most like 80s anime pro tag I have ever seen. And that's the most generic video game pro tag I've ever seen. I take that back. This is the most generic. Why does this look like the guy from Get Out and Nope?
Nope, get out.
Oh, dude. Like, people were. When the movie Us came out, like, there were a bunch of people saying that Jordan Peele's trying to tell us something. And they took the titles of his two movies, Get Out and Us, and said, Get Out, U.S. He's telling us to run away! Like, really?
Oh my god.
Dude, I can play as a grandma?
Face Adventure Grandma.
It's another grandma.
Why is it? Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's a grandpa!
We have two grandmas and a grandpa.
This one just looks like a mom.
Two grandmas, a grandpa, a mom.
This looks like a dad who just became a grandpa.
Say that again?
This looks like a dad who just became a grandpa. Hold up! This is the guy from Stranger Things.
AKA a certain ex Power Ranger.
Oh no, I was thinking of the other guy, Steve Harrington.
Oh, never mind.
Although now that I look at it, he does kind of look like Billy.
I like how they named the guy who's in Power Rangers Billy. Like, I feel like there was something there that they missed out on.
The fuck?
Wait, look at the top of his head.
I know. Oh my god. All right, background. Beast Hunter.
No crashes yet. Good.
Yeah, but we're having audio problems.
I mean, again, when I was speaking and you told me I sounded like I was far away, the phone was right in front of my face. I didn't even have my glasses on, so it had to be.
No, I meant for this game. Because Taro can barely
Okay,
hear it.
that black and purple XEL looks sick.
Pass as though he was in Gundam. But yeah, it's very hard to hear the stream. The game, I mean, everything else is fine. Just I can't hear the game. But it's fine. It's fine. I can do it without just subtitles.
You showed me what Kazuto's Gundam would look like. Might as well show you what Felix's most likely would look like.
And it's just a cat.
Oh, here we go.
Gonna have to scroll a while to find the thingy I'm looking for, though.
Hold on, I don't know. Note to self: next time you look for Gundam, be more specific than Orange Cat. Because the next thing you'll find is a company called Orange Cat, who makes Gundams.
Alright, so, looking at these backgrounds, there are 3 that I'm interested in. File Not Found, Space Scoundrel, and Long Hauler.
What's this description look like? I can't see it because I'm not in the stream right now.
Long Hauler is the description: let those hot-headed pilots obsess over laser weapons and maneuverability. You're a space trucker, pure and simple. Pack the cargo, get it there fast, get paid, repeat. Life is simple and good. Comes with the starting skills: weightlifting, piloting, and ballistic weapon systems. Weightlifting basically increases your carry weight. Piloting says, as more people journey into space, the number of those certified to effectively pilot various types of spacecraft has increased dramatically. I don't know what that means. And ballistic weapon systems says, while there have been significant advancements in ship-borne weaponry, sometimes the simplest tool is the most effective. Space Scoundrel is basically Han Solo. Pistol certification, piloting, and persuasion. And File Not Found, basically, no one knows your past.
You are an enigma.
You have wellness, which I believe gives you more health, ballistics, and piloting. So piloting is shared between all three.
All I can think of is the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Yeah.
Cut to an image of how his mind looks, and it's just a carton of milk getting spilled.
I'll go with file not found for now. Alright. You volunteered for a controversial experiment that combines alien and human DNA. As a result, you start with increased health and oxygen. But healing and food items aren't as effective. That's alien DNA as a trait. Dream home. You own a luxurious customizable house on a peaceful planet. Unfortunately, it comes with a 1,000 no 100,000 125,000 credit mortgage with Gal Bank that has to be paid weekly. I don't know what that does.
You legit have to pay for it every week.
uh, Empath, you're deeply connected to the feelings of others. Performing actions your companions like will result in a temporary increase in combat effectiveness, but performing actions they don't like will have the precise opposite effect. Extrovert, you're a people person. Exerting yourself uses less oxygen when adventuring with human companions, but more when adventuring alone. Cannot be combined with introvert. Freestar Collective Settler. You gain access to special Freestar Collective dialogue options and better rewards from some missions given by the faction, but crime bounty towards other factions is greatly increased. Hero Worshipped. You've earned the attention of an annoying, adoring fan who will show up randomly and jabber at you incessantly. On the plus side, he'll join your ship's crew and give you gifts.
Oh God, is that an Oblivion reference?
Possibly. Introvert. You really need your alone time. Exerting yourself uses less oxygen when adventuring alone, but more when adventuring with other human companions. Kid stuff. Your parents are alive and well, and you can visit them at their home. But you will automatically send 2% of your credits home to them every week. That's not too bad. Neon Street Rat. You grew up on the mean streets of Neon. You gain access to special dialogue. Yeah, okay, it's the same as here as Freestar Collective Settler. You grew up as a member of the Enlightened. Okay. Yep. Oh wait, these are religious traits.
Oh god.
I don't know anything about these religions, so I can't do shit.
You wanted to see what I wanted to show you what Felix's machine would most likely be. Here you go. As Bear will recall, I used this name first. Wing Gundam Seraphim.
Alright, I will take Empath.
Right? You remember, Bear, I used the name Wing Gundam Seraphim first. I think Red just legit forgot about it. I
Oh,
didn't bother
that's
bugging
fair.
him because it's not an official Gundam name and multiple people can have the same kind of concept.
the only Char Asnibble.
Oh my god, I have to look at this now.
The one, the only Char Asnibble.
That cat is probably not having a good time.
Of course not.
Or, alternatively, that cat is here to laugh at you. Oh my god. That poor kitty cat.
Char Asnibble. That's legit what they called him.
I'll go with introvert for now. And kid stuff.
Empath, introvert, and kid stuff. Gee, I wonder who you're trying to build here.
I can just imagine everybody winds up in an Animal Crossing style world for one reason or another, and Felix ends up looking like this, if not a straight up villager.
Let's see it.
Like, if he has to be like one of the human customizable characters, this is what he'd look like.
Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way, then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened?
There was this light and music.
Huh. Well, you passed out, that's for sure. Everything else,
Oh, good God.
probably just your brain playing tricks. Either way, we
Yeah,
got what we
if
were looking for.
Felix doesn't end up just being a
All this
straight up
trouble for that stupid
animal
thing?
villager, this is what he'd look like in an
So
Animal
look-
Crossing world.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all
Picking
night. We'll be
while you're in the cafe, they speak
Speak of the devil.
English. But the second they step outside, it's.
Cannibалese is the canonical name of the language.
Also, can I just say, KK Ryder?
Constellation contact is unobstructed.
Oh
Ha!
no.
The
No!
explorers?
Yeah!
Thought they were kind of a joke.
Not a joke.
Wait, hold
We're
on.
just too young to know better.
Hey, I'm just saying they got a reputation. Hell, I bet half the crew
It
here
turns out
doesn't even
this
believe
is one of the
they
few
exist.
instances of universal media that Felix's timeline does have that everybody else has.
Yeah, come on. Exploring space?
He's
Who
so
does
caught
that?
up in the moment that he
The
just
space
pulls out the
we've already
butterfly
got
net and starts running.
Not to them, apparently.
Huh,
Alright,
huh.
Gussie. Airlock. Put your helmet on.
Picking costume. Knows of it, just hasn't played a bit of this game. So the second he sees the outside world, he just goes, um, why does everyone outside look like a Funko Pop?
And Felix has just spawned a freaking butterfly net and is running off. Dude, who knows what. Looking very, very, very happy.
also, uh,
Whoa!
that is a oh.
Wait, this guy's name is Barrett?
Think he's fighting the Shinra Corporation?
Been a long time.
I
Yes,
oh
it has.
gosh. The more
That
I
line
look
on
at this, the
Bendy,
more I
right?
want to just start giggling
Bizarre.
uncontrollably.
Hellhole, like this place. Rare mineral contract. The tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So, you found something?
Right here. A new guy found it.
That right. And everything went cool? Just like grabbing those minerals on Bendy?
Kazam. And no Barrett. Not cool. He passed out after the extraction. Woke up saying all kinds of nonsense.
What?
Is that right, cowboy? Went on a trip, huh?
You could call it that.
That fun, huh? Not the most gentle push into the great mysteries of space, but hey, been there.
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing. Or
I
you
could just
ever
imagine in the
again.
Animal Crossing world, one of the villagers
That's
is
why
like,
I like you, Lynn.
"Oh, you know that guy?
All business.
Yeah, he's kind of cute in a nerdy kind of way."
Are reporting a ship coming in hot from orbit.
I really thought I lost them.
And everybody's just looking at each other like, only in this world would they be talking about Coach Felix like he's someone they'd actually try to date if given the right circumstances and not just a pet.
Click the emergency drill. Go, go.
It's the only world that wouldn't have. Wait, is that a talking cat?
Exactly. No wonder Felix is so happy here. He feels normal.
He feels normal.
Which in itself is hilarious and sad at the same time.
Did you see what I posted in chat?
Not yet.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
We're still
You are
looking for a specific picture.
You are absolutely gonna love it.
Problem having so many pictures saved, it becomes impossible to sort through them. Like, I had this little meme saved where it was all of the Adventure Crew's Digimon as Animal Crossing characters, and it included Mekumon from Try.
Of course Barrett would keep following
Aww.
me. Every time.
That's what I'm looking for.
That was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions? You're coming with me to Constantine. part of this now.
Also, I feel like Felix would be reveling in the fact that he's as tall as his companions in his universe.
Won't bring it up, but we don't exactly know what the artifact might have done to your head.
I think I found it.
Constellation is really the only group qualified to
Are they wearing the clothes of their human partners?
No. You think you're just
I
going to
don't
take off
remember.
after
It's
the
part
mess
of
you
why I'm
caused?
looking.
All right.
Just
I guess
send
I
it and I'll
did just
I'll
put
tell you if
all
it's
on
right.
the Crimson Fleet hit list.
Because
How
I'll
about
remember when I see it.
stay and I send your Dusty here in my place? I know, but he's not some miner anymore, Lynn. As soon as he touched that rock, something changed. Don't tell me you can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things. Just go. Before I say something I regret.
Well, now that that's settled. Bosco, get him to the lodge. No deviations unless absolutely necessary, okay? Protocol Indigo.
Indigo. Again. Very well.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time.
Is this supposed to be like my Pip-Boy?
Hey, look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now, questions?
Why was the Crimson Fleet after you?
They're just following them. Like always. And I have something of a reputation as a loot collector.
What exactly did we dig
That,
up?
my friend, is the million credit question. And Constellation will find the answer. With your help.
Who are you? What's Constellation?
See, that's the problem with the settled systems. Too easy to take everything for granted. While everyone else is busy playing politics, we're the ones braving the unknown, charting the vastness of space. Without us, the galaxy is just a big room with the lights turned out.
You're giving me your ship?
Technically, it's not even mine. Consider it a loan. Bosco will keep you on course. Besides, I'm making an exception since you can tell Constellation about that vision you had.
Why send me? Shouldn't you go?
Come on. You're really not at all curious about that light music show you experienced? Why it only affected you? Because if you didn't notice, we've all been handling it since with no problem. The way I see it, Constellation needs that artifact, but they also need it. This mystery is only getting bigger each step we take. You're part of it now. And Bosco, don't let him break my ship.
There you are.
Staying around isn't helping us out any.
Yeah, they're wearing the clothes of their human partners.
Still in one piece.
Or at least clothes
And I-
based on them.
And I found the right one.
Vasco on patrol. What he doing?
Hey, that's my stick.
I know. I just miss Torgal.
I
Just
know.
up the ramp, Captain. I'll be in the external robotics bay. It appears you are
What
the
is
new
his name?
captain of the Frontier.
What?
What's the robot's name?
Vasco.
I heard Bosco.
Captain, Protocol Indigo is in effect.
The Gundam Riders!
Oh my god.
No, I just imagined. Oh my.
Captain, I assume you know how to fly.
No, hold on. I'm sorry.
a
Okay.
subship.
Before I finish my next
as easy as learning to ride a
thought,
bike.
let me
I will attempt to boost
see.
the shields, just in case.
Well, hey there, irate tirade. Looks like you finally did it. Boarded my ship, scrapped my bot, ripped those beautiful brown eyes out of my adorably cherubic face. And then you discovered
I'm gonna
the guy you had pegged as a treasure hunter doesn't actually have any treasure.
just to
Not anymore.
don't make them
It's
that
true.
way.
I may have had a pricey drink or two when I evaded your sorry ass ex Mozzie, but brother has 5 few. So you get nothing.
There, you're gonna want to
Except my
see it
girl.
too.
I am gonna haunt your asses, Billy. You know the drill, Vasco. Protocol Indigo means no deviations, no distractions, no dalliances. In short, no fun. Unless, as strictly defined by Sarah, that deviations, distractions, and dalliances are completely necessary in getting this fine vessel, the Discovery-class Starship Frontier, back home in one piece. I guess
Like,
I'm
I just
still
imagine they get
barring it
they if they
completely.
ever if we're ever doing a
As I have
Gundam
no
world,
intention of actually giving it back.
get to the world.
Felix flat out steals the buckle from this place.
Hmm?
He is Felix has been gradually corrupted by his friends and taking trophies. He's taking a full-on buckle and multiple power-ups from here to study.
Like, they get to the world. Kazusa looks outside. Guys, I don't see a city. I see a spaceship.
Felix just pops up. Excuse me, what?
If Callum is with them at that moment. Wait, why is there a red, blue, yellow-looking giant robot thing?
Felix is completely enraptured with it. He's not sure why, but it brings him feelings of happiness that he doesn't quite understand where they come from. It's like in another world, in another life, he would have spent a good several years of his life collecting and obsessing over things like this.
You good, Bear?
Yep.
You went silent. I was getting worried a little bit.
Nah, I'm good.
But yeah, just finishing my train of thought with the Animal Crossing stuff. If, like, it's gonna be a 50-50 shot. If Felix is forced to be one of the human villagers because he's a quote-unquote player character, then the first batch of the pictures I posted would be the case. If he's forced to be a villager character, or along with all the other animals, then it would be the batch of Digimon and Animal Crossing things.
Shields ready. The rest is up to you.
All right. Wrong button.
What'd you do?
I
Also, Gomamon and Joe's sweater vest is just perfect.
Yes.
And he looks so proud. I made it myself. And Patamon there says, "This is cozy. It feels like a hug. I like hugs."
Though it does restrict my wings.
His wings are on his head. He's good. Like, that's always been the case with Patamon. His wings are on his head.
all right.
Wait.
Take off.
Toward a dream.
Oh god, why'd I drink all that root beer before taking off? My bladder is in my throat!
Ew.
Ew.
It's
Anyway.
an abridged Gundam joke I was making reference to. Linkara's Gundam Bridge, specifically.
Now that we are in orbit, it might be wise to test all controls and systems to
He
ensure
made
they are
a
not
Mobile
on the
Suit
verge
Gundam
of
abridged episode
catastrophic
for an
failure.
April Fool's prank one year.
You can step in
Oh.
control the entire process, or if you're already an
And that was one of the jokes, because they were using the Gundam's launch catapult to fire the core fighter into friendly territory. And Amuro, faced with all the G-forces, has Linkara's voice screaming, "Oh god, why did I drink all that Pepsi before launching?" He's screaming, "My bladder is in my throat!"
Each system on a ship requires power. Allocating power is under your direct
Later off
control.
cut in the abridged episode, as Neon starts attacking the White Base and they're telling Amuro to come back, you just see Amuro with all these weird special effects going on and had the original Gundam theme faintly in the background as he's screaming, "I'm tripping so many balls right now!"
A ship's engine
Oh
has
my
a sweet
God.
spot for better handling during turns. Draw your attention to the HUD. You'll notice a speed indicator
So I was like,
in the lower left.
"What?"
with a gauge
Amuro's
that
like,
goes up
"What?
and down
Oh,
as you
okay,
adjust
I'll
the
come back and
throttle.
save your asses yet again."
Try to center the gauge so that it
He returns, forms the Gundam, shoots away the Xeon stuff in one shot, and says, "I am the only competent person on this ship." And I also think I peed myself a little.
Boosts can be engaged for temporary bursts of speed. Let's turn our attention to the shields. Try adjusting power to the shields. Notice more power.
I would ask if Bear saw the Animal Crossing thing, but he's busy, so maybe later.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
No, don't be sorry. Like, you're legit streaming right now, and it'd be kind of stupid to ask you to stop.
You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear. We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile.
That same Gundam Abridged parody made by Linkara is also what gave me and my sisters the recurring joke of Sharazable thinking, "I don't care how sexy he is, I'm going to murder his entire family." Dark humor for ya.
Captain, ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline.
You sent out Azurill against Curlia. Curlia's trace copied Azurill's huge power ability. Oh. And when I woke up, I found myself here! Oh, you poor child.
Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and
That
other
face of confused, wait, what? On Curlia just seals the deal too.
Oh, bless you.
Excuse me, freaking allergies.
Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah. I'm not even gonna say what happened. Ooh.
4 Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain.
The poor trainer who had that Azuro, they're probably grieving like nobody's business. Not for the loss of a beloved partner, mind you, but because that was their oldest team, Max IV's Azuro.
Oh, wait. Bear, I just realized something that you're gonna hate me for.
What?
So, remember one of the specials with Forza where they had to find out who
The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far
killed
more
certain
than
other
anticipated.
Toku heroes?
At this
Yeah.
point, the odds of continual assault from their ships
Tell me.
are high enough to jeopardize our mission.
Tell me,
In short, they are after
who
the
was the
frontier and will
detective?
not stop.
Forza?
We'll need to deal with the local
And Forza was
Fleet
wearing
captain.
a
A recent scan indicates
Sherlock
an
outfit?
abandoned facility on the
plus a
nearby
spacesuit,
moon of
yes?
Crete.
Yes.
A perfect staging area for
Dun, dun,
pirates.
dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Boom, boom.
Why does that sound familiar?
I'm locking the vents.
Oh god.
I just realized that now I can't stop thinking about.
So, Taro, you remember those sketches I've done of Double Floof that I've showed you, yes?
Yeah.
Want to see where I got the idea from for the overall design?
Sure, why not?
At least the current iteration thereof?
Why not?
Sent.
We have arrived in orbit. The abandoned facility with our Crimson Fleet captain is on the surface.
Oh.
Oh damn, it is raining.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
There's chances of thunderstorms for like the entire weekend if memory serves.
Hey, Sniper, you got me, babe.
Oh yes, we did. That was our
Oh,
entire week.
Never mind me. I
Like
guess
we
okay.
were, like At the moment, we are only just breaking out of the last stages of the heat wave before the storms roll in to cool everything off.
Yep.
Good luck.
Captain, Protocol Indigo dictates that I am to return to the Lodge with no deviations. We are here to stop the Crimson Fleet from pursuit. Nothing more.
If
I
Callan
have often asked
and the
Barrett
rest of
that
the
same question
and the other
at
cyclone
various
riders
times,
visited
and about
the
various
Gundam world,
the most
as
likely
well.
answer
Wait,
is
why
that
is there
Barrett
giant robots?
personally
Callan. Callan. Wait, what did you just say?
Constellation is an explorers society.
Felix is used to giant robots, but these ones still look awesome.
The membership is intentionally limited and small. Should you join Constellation yourself,
Can I have one?
Barrett would say that billions of years ago, we were
The
all
hilarity
one with
of
the
Felix having
cosmos.
to
But the more
intercept
practical
a mobile
answer
suit
is
battle
likely
before it
that he
damages the
needs you.
cafe,
Without your
which is now
investment in
effectively a giant
Constellation's
space
mission,
station.
he may never.
He's taking the Sphinx Zord out, and now there's this giant Neferti behind ex-antibody looking robot flying around alongside the mobile suits and shooting eye lasers and shit.
What kind of mobile suit is that?
Mine?
Oh, super. Oh, okay, I got jumps. I can jump really fucking high.
Felix, moments before jumping out to join the chaos.
My first encounter with an alien species, and I shoot it.
As you do.
Well, it depends on which alien species you encounter.
Creatures are often unpredictable.
Oh, fuck!
Kill it on sight. Ewoks, kill it on sight.
Predators, run for your life.
Predators, lay down your arms and make it clear you have no intention of fighting them or making yourself sport in any capacity. If you run, they'll just take it as an invitation to chase you. That's just part of the hunt. No, deny them their hunt.
They're kind of like bears in that way. Well, so far no one shot at me yet, so that's a good sign.
There was Felix seconds before her heading out to join the chaos, and as he joins the chaos.
Curious, these are United Colonies markings.
Costo, not wanting to not miss out on the fun, decides to transform and just hop in an unused mobile suit.
He punched some guy named Al's Quam in the gut and stole his gym. People who've heard Fetty Scum before, you're welcome.
Someone took my mobile suit.
What did he look like?
He was wearing a purple dog mask.
What?
Well, this isn't good.
Just imagine. Oh, I guess imagine whatever comm link connects to Felix's Zord. That conversation starts blaring through, and Felix 5 seconds later realizes, oh no, he's done it again.
Not again. Now I've got to one up that. At the end of the session, Felix's Megazord is back, and it's dragging a full-on Gundam in with it.
I want to go fight more.
Also, I just realized the sheer size of the Zords compared to what most mobile suits would be, Felix would have the Gundam just under his arm.
Oh my god.
Hello. Oh god.
Like he's carrying a plushie under one arm.
No, he's carrying a giant with him.
It is a shame.
Felix's excuse is, I took it for study purposes.
Exploration
So,
required.
not only did he bring in one Gundam, he brought in a Gundam and a gym. Alternatively, a gym and a Zaku. So, he's just got 2 full armfuls of various mobile suits. Also, there was this one guy in like a black Gundam with this huge backpack and 4 shields that was chasing me around. I kept hearing jazz whenever he got close. He was a real jerk, I'll tell you what. One of the bloodthirstiest individuals I've met.
Meanwhile, Costco.
Kazuto's stealing stuff, especially mobile suits, because as far as he understands it, the more giant robots that Felix has to work with and reverse engineer, the better the Zords he's going to build are gonna be.
You can imagine both Costello and Alan trying to steal the same mobile suit.
Oh no, if Callum was there, he'd be going for a very specific mobile suit.
Oh,
Depending on if it's there.
If it's there.
That is true.
The one Felix ends up stealing.
Oh my god. Yo, just imagine if it was a world where all the mobile suits.
Like, this is just a Gundam hybrid world where it turns out where they popped up wasn't even in the reality of this world. The writers popped up in the giant multiplayer game that this world is centered around. Which is why there's mobile suits from conflicting timelines all over. Every time they stole a mobile suit, they basically kicked a player out of the game. And so every time Kazuto steals a machine for Felix to study, his points total in the DGP goes up because he's eliminating other players.
Actually, no, I think it would go down because he's sabotaging them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In early DGP games, there was a rule that specifically said you can't attack other players.
Huh? My points are going down. Good thing I have points to spare.
A secondary point reduction for a toxic attitude.
Oh, trust me.
No, I just thought...
Trust me, that's not a thing because Buffa still exists.
This is an even better example of Felix taking something horribly, horribly overpowered for study. If I can find the right gift.
I am not sure why.
Like, this season. Wait, are any of the unicorn Gundams in there in the game?
Hang on, I'm getting there. Yeah, no. What Felix actually ends up taking. And weirdly enough, it works perfectly for him.
Kazuto sees the golden one. Ooh, I want to get in that one.
It proceeds to slap him and leaves.
Ah.
So there is one I can see working pretty well with Kazuto.
Oh.
If I could just get the thingy to send.
Survival.
Unicorn Unit 2. Banshee.
That golden one.
That golden one slapped him and left, but this one's still hanging around.
Wait.
So there's now a Kazuto-shaped hole in the nearest asteroid.
Wait, is it just the golden one that turns pilots into
It's the only one of the three that this managed to successfully happen to, yes.
Okay, just wondering.
The Unit 3 Phoenix is the only one that managed to completely absorb its pilot after going berserk. The
What happened?
Unit 1 Unicorn tried to, but the pilot pulled himself back from the brink.
And the other one?
The other one being the Phoenix itself.
Oh.
If we ended up in the SD universe instead of the classic Gundam universe, here's what Felix would be rocking.
It's so small. How could you fight in something like that?
I'm used to these kinds of proportions.
Well, yeah, because look at you.
Gonna choose not to get angry about that and just roll with it.
God. Uh,
The gift of the Shining and Master Gundams here is actually a recreation of a scene from the G Gundam anime, and I love it.
Nearby.
Ah!
Of whatever is inside, provided you had some digipics. A disregard
what
for
in the
personal property
fries
rights.
is that?
It said it was a heat leech.
That that does not sound good.
It doesn't.
Uh,
So, fun fact, Taro, the Shining Gundam was my very first Gundam ever.
mhm.
My first protagonist Gundam from my first Gundam series. It was effectively my introduction to mecha, and to a certain extent, I guess you could say, hey, an introduction to the wider world of Toku as well. I mean, look at this shit.
Yo. Okay.
The Shining Gundam has a super mode that it can access in one of two ways. Either through a state of intense rage, or through serene calmness. The way the Shining Gundam works is that it converts emotions into energy to fuel this transformation. The most powerful one of all being the Serene Mind.
Huh.
That gif of the SD Shining Gundam being all golden, that was the Serene Mind mode.
Uh,
It was also the Shining Gundam's last battle.
oh.
Yeah,
It
it
was at
got
the
a
midpoint of
it,
the...
it, it got a freaking pointy hand through the midsection.
See, it was in the midpoint of the show, and it was about time for the mid-season upgrade. The Shining Gundam was beginning to struggle to keep up. The pilot had trains to master the super mode to more consistently harness its power, and by the time he finally managed to figure out how to get it to work, he drained the thing so badly that the thing would never make it to the Gundam Fight Finals in time. And when he finally received his mid-season upgrade and attempted to activate it, the Shining Gundam was programmed to effectively protect him while he was attempting to set it up. The Master Gundam, the one
That
you see the
statement is
SD Shining
partially
Gundam beating
correct.
the crap
The
out of,
frontier has been
is
to
what
many
eventually
planets,
did the
but
Shining
the only
Gundam
things
in
found
by
in the cargo bays
stabbing it through
are
the
spare
cockpit.
parts, dust,
There was
desiccated
no
food
longer anyone
particles,
inside,
and a variety of species
but
of ant.
the Gundam was now officially damaged beyond repair.
I think I saw a stop motion Gundam build video about what you're talking about.
As for the mid-season upgrade, well, let me get it. Let me get it out here for you. Burning Gundam!
Yeah, I saw someone do a stop motion build of that. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, the Real Grid God Gundam slash Burning Gundam came out a couple years ago, or months ago, or however long. It's fairly recent. and I want that thing so badly.
There isn't any treasure. We've been
I
trailing
mean,
that old
if it does
calculation
well,
ship for
we might
nothing.
see a Shining
Get
Gundam, and
outta
I would
here.
love that.
Take your robot and your ship
I'm
and
down
get out
for
of
that.
here. I see you all again, you're dead.
I passed my first persuasion check.
Now be free to
Nice.
travel
Booyah!
to Constellation's headquarters without Crimson Fleet interference. Captain, to reach the lodge, we must jump to the planet Jemison in the Alpha Centauri system, and then land in the city of New Atlantis. Do not worry, this will all become second nature before too long.
Wrong button again.
If you ever do play any SD Gundam games that have G Gundam in there, I am just automatically taking the Domonkashi's spot. It's like, that guy, he is my first Gundam Pro Tag, and I want to do that guy justice. Wouldn't be all that much different from trying to voice Guy anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Apparently, the name of the ultimate technique of the School of the Undefeated of the East, Sekihata Gyoken, roughly translates to sky-breaking, rock-shattering fist.
Huh.
Roughly.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You're cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
I did find this video once of like a fan-made moveset for a Shining Gundam in a SD Gundam slash SRW setting.
Nice.
It was there. I finally got to see how Shining Shot would function outside of the what was it? 2 times it was used in the show proper. So I've mentioned this before, but in the Shining Gundam's gauntlets, there's a pair of beam emitters that are basically like, when used together, it is the standard output of your typical Gundam beam rifle. Shining Gundam actually has quite the balanced move list if you look into it.
Okay.
So the way the moveset had him use this thing was, he's basically throwing punches into the air and firing the beam where he would have made impact.
Alright, so I'm going to end Starfield here and switch to Spider-Man.
Glitch already?
No, the graphics are kind of making my head hurt. I think I need to update my graphics driver, and I'll do that later.
And now all I picture from hearing graphics driver is a Kamen Rider that uses drawings to do his combat. Like a Kamen Rider that generates holograms to do all of his fighting. Holographic shields to defend himself. Holographic soldiers with guns for like distance attacks. A holographic sword for his finishers.
Alright, now, before I get into that, I'm going to throw up the be right back sign, take a look at all the stuff you guys are talking about in Discord.
It's been a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, the the Gundam style Kamen Riders. Oh my god, I saw pictures for that and it looked cool.
You sent out Azurill against Curlia. Curlia's trace copied Azurill's huge power ability. Boom! And when I woke up, I found myself here! Oh, you poor child.
Alright, I'm gonna grab another drink and something to eat.
I also posted the, well, Tara and I both posted the Animal Crossing stuff.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Alright, I'm gonna go get a drink and something to eat, and then we will continue on with Spider-Man.
Nah. I can just picture, like, the Mekuon there in the little school uniform. That is effectively what Felix would look like if he was turned into, like, the NPC-style animal villagers in that kind of universe. He's missing for the moment. I'm gonna mute myself for the moment. Be right back, folks.
am back.
Excellent timing.
Had to take some headache medication because I could feel one coming on.
Had to take a momentary break to introduce allergy meds so I can breathe.
Fair.
So, I did show you guys the kit batch of the Age 1 and the O Gundam I did, right?
Yes.
So here's effectively the loadout in terms of like a build fighters, build divers context. The O Gundam's original beam saber has been upgraded significantly into a high output beam saber. This is for when you really need to slice through something and regular beam sabers will not cut it. This is effectively the equivalent of the new Gundam's high output beam saber on its backpack. Only there's just the one beam. Blue shifting is in effect for just how hot this beam burns. So depending on the output, it could be purple, it could be blue.
Should get to Oscorp and
Could
see
be
if I can
green
find
even.
anything on Michaels.
Uh-oh.
I
Burns
know you.
ridiculously
You
hot.
were on my neighbor's porch for Halloween.
The name's Taskmaster.
What's uh-oh?
Right, I forgot I gotta do this again. Show my screen on Discord.
And you're about to get taken to
On the
school.
side script proper, we have standard GN beam sabers.
Anything I see you do,
With the typical full design philosophy of adjustable beams for different scenarios. A beam dagger mode, a beam saber mode.
Impressed?
I've gone toe-to-toe with the Avengers. You're nothing. This will be over quick.
Oh, now that's cold.
Inherited from the
Stealing my
Age 1,
finisher.
there is a GN Dodge rifle.
He's using my moves.
You're good.
Designed for long distance combat, the GN Dodge rifle has a standard fire mode and a precision sniping mode.
Decided to stop playing because the graphics were like
When are you gonna figure out this isn't working?
the graphics were kind of making my head hurt a bit.
The component that enhances the beams into the standard Dodge rifle configuration and is also
Cover
for
band's
the
never
rotating
as good as the
beams for
original.
the sniping mode is itself
You can't block it. He's
capable of
incapacitated.
being purged, so you have effectively a GN beam spray gun. For when you still need to shoot
Time for a new
things but can't
strategy.
afford the range. Or if something shot through the component that would have given you the better range.
Hey!
Still got
Lastly,
tricks up your
the
sleeve,
GN
huh?
shield.
Guess I need more data before I can
Visually
fulfill my
similar,
contract.
if not identical,
Here's all the data I
to
need.
the
I beat you,
O
you ran
Gundam's
away.
classic
Conclusion,
GN
you
shield.
lose.
Not yet.
There is a
You'll find other
GN
challenges
field
around the
emitter
city.
inside the
Once
shield,
I've seen what you can do,
so it can produce
talk about
GN
round
fields even
I try
with
so
or
hard to be
without the
likable.
shield,
Why does everyone always want to fight me?
as the Gundam itself could also produce such a field. Difference is, because the O Gundam lacks GN condensers throughout the body, its standard without the shield field only lasts for a brief time.
All right, we're gonna go. Here's some pigeons. Also, you may have noticed.
Amazing, spectacular, ultimate Spider-Man, friend to all birds.
You may have noticed I'm now wearing the Mark III spider armor.
Not exactly one of my favorite suits, but it still looks good.
It's close enough to a rider's suit that I like it.
Going on spider riders.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
What? It was a good
Okay.
show.
This
I
lab
wouldn't know. I never
investigators
saw it.
lure in birds and analyze their droppings.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. I got an MBA to test bird poop. Seriously though, you probably know that birds carry diseases that affect people, and we need to make sure they're healthy.
There's one last bit of armaments I'm going to mention,
Wish I
and
was
that
there to
is the
hear your
fact that
finest toilet humor on this
due to
one.
the kit bash, a good chunk of the
The pigeons
full
are infected with a
Glantza armor
serious strain of
from the
avian
Age
flu.
1 is available
And it's
to this
already
version of the
mutated to a
Ogre.
form that can spread to humans. Okay, Harry's lab had everything I needed to make a vaccine.
So,
Gotta spread it
a
fast.
majority of
The
the full
pigeons will be like
Glantza's weapons
rats with
are
the bubonic
available
plague.
to
My
the
best bet's dispersing
Oh,
it at
Gundam
3
Mark
major
II.
migration points.
as I'm going to
Luckily, the
tentatively call
station
it for
told me
now.
where they are.
Like Gundam Mark II,
First migration
Gundam
points in a
Rebuild.
park. Birds there should spread the vaccine to their buddies.
Whichever.
Pigeons put up with me swinging through their territory, so I owe them a favor. I bet the Avengers never have bird poop
Hidden
missions.
inside of the cheek vents are very small GN Vulcans. Low power, very high rate of fire.
Here we go. The vaccine's airborne, so I'll just spray it into the trees.
I mean, they have to be small because the O-Gundam was never actually built with those Vulcans, so in order to sneak them in there, I have to say, yeah, they're hidden underneath the armor. That's why they're not visible.
Okay, 1 down, 2 to go.
I don't know enough about weapon caliber to make any further statements there.
The spray won't bother people or other animals, but it'll cure the pigeons. Or trigger the zombie pigeon apocalypse.
It's not necessarily
spray
a
won't
weapon,
bother
but it
people or
does
other
have this
animals.
one neat trick
It'll
it
cure
can do
the
with the
pigeons.
GN drive.
Or trigger the zombie pigeon apocalypse.
The
One
GN
more
Brothers
left.
returns, and
I wonder
is
what Jameson will make of
effectively
this.
a means of spreading
Spider-Man
GN
spreads
particles
chemtrails,
over a
seems
wide
like a good
variety of
bet.
area, over a wide area.
I like helping
In
animals.
order for
They don't call me a menace or shoot at me or anything.
Prevent things from recording the
I
Gundam's
wonder if I'd be
presence.
stretching things if I added veterinarian to my
Jam
resume.
technology in general. It's effectively a GN particle smokescreen,
Okay, that should work
which is
fast.
how it was originally
I better
used
scan
on
some
the
pigeons to
original
make sure.
O-Gundam. It's just that this version's a bit more efficient. It doesn't really... It's got a better management system for the particles, so it's not using up as much. They found the bare minimum of particle dispersal they could get away with.
That did it. No zombie pigeons.
What, like Spider-Man and them? Some new gang. Chinese masks. They just walk the streets wearing them? What's up, dude?
My
They
kid
put them
loves
on
you.
right before they strike.
Huh. Nikola Tesla fed pigeons here. So did Harry's mom. I remember her bringing us. I wish I could tell Harry, but he's not answering calls, texts, anything.
All right, now we got another research station to do.
Red says he just finished the Gamera show.
What do you think of it?
Something about Gamera blasting something on the moon.
Yep. Basically, okay, without spoiling too much, the human villains of the series were hidden on the moon and tried to control Gamera, and then Gamera was like, nah, and then fired a laser straight at the moon.
The only other time I've
So,
seen such a
we installed
shot
energy-saving
happen
LED billboards all around
was
this area.
twofold.
This station monitors
First
how they're
off,
performing. Just hoping it saves enough money that
I'm counting
Oscorp
these
keeps
as
this
one
program
example.
going.
The 2 times people destroyed the moon in Dragon Ball.
Oscorp ignored the specs and jacked up the voltage going into the billboards. If I don't fix it, they'll explode.
I'm counting them as one
People
example
could get
because
hurt,
one series.
and it would definitely be the end of this station. I need to use my electric webs
And
to
the other
shock the
example?
screens into shutting down.
Funny enough,
And I don't have long to do it.
Garrett Ron in the Gundam Double X managed to effectively use the twin satellite cannon like a giant
Maybe someday there'll be a
beam
billboard of me.
sniper rifle and
That doesn't say
use it
menace
to
on it.
intimidate the colony government to giving him his girlfriend back with like intense precision. Dude was firing a shot equivalent to the distance between the Earth and the Moon in open space.
Damn.
I always knew someday they'd weaponize tackiness.
Like, Red continues to try to downplay that and say that's not impressive, but dude, that is beyond
Definitely a
impressive.
target-rich environment.
Because I cannot state enough how precise that shot was. The warning shot came with
Gotta hit each
came
screen
so
individually.
close to grazing the colony laser that it actually did heat up the outside.
Ooh.
And that was his warning shot.
He doesn't fuck around.
Now that the threat's passed, they can adjust the billboards properly. And they did save a lot of money.
Yeah.
Seems to be Oscorp's priority, so
I mean,
I bet this
again,
station's in the clear.
they had his girlfriend kidnapped and he was trying to get her back.
Fair. Fair.
When he found out exactly what their plan was for that colony laser, he just said, you know what? Fuck you, and fired on the colony laser anyway.
Ah!
Destroyed it in one clean shot.
Okay, that's how I can get into Norman's office. Can't get in there without shutting down some security systems.
And again, bear in mind,
see
he
me,
didn't get
they'll put the
any
whole place on
closer
lockdown.
to fire that second shot. He readjusted from where he was floating and fired through the damn thing.
I should be able to hack into the security network modules from the outside.
What's also so impressive is his sense of timing for this thing. He was still kind of getting used to the Double X's twin satellite cannon because he'd been trying not to rely on the satellite cannon in general since he'd gotten a better grasp of just how destructive that thing is. And he was used to the original Gundam X's like singular satellite cannon prior. So he was used to the long cooldown time for the original GX. The Double X has no such skill issue. The Double X is in fact the upgrade with enhanced cooling systems
need to
to
follow
allow
them to
the
the
thing
security
to very nearly rapid fire the twin satellite cannon. People
There we
talk about
go.
how
A
scary the
security
Wing
module.
Zero's twin buster
Looks
rifle
like
is.
there's 4 of these around the building.
This is scarier.
That should make things easier.
Give that cannon an adequate power source, and this thing can basically fire indefinitely.
Sable Team Alpha standing by. Looks like an electrical problem. Copy that. Keep an eye on the exterior while we try to track down the issue.
Just when I thought it would be easy.
Like, I want you to keep in mind, the twin buster rifle that the Wing Zero uses, which is touted as one of the most powerful weapons in the Gundam universe, the Wing Zero's twin buster rifle draws power from the machine's nuclear reactor to fire its shots. And while yes, it still destroyed a colony and a giant asteroid in one clean shot each, depending on where it aimed,
All Sable
it still
teams.
had the limit of
Looks like we have some
needing
sort of
power from the
software
mobile
problem.
suit.
We're calling in a specialist. Copy that. Continuing exterior sweep.
The original Gundam X outclasses this on its own because its satellite cannon is so powerful that it cannot be fully supported by the Gundam.
There's the second module.
It needs an external charge to power the cannon.
Which comes from the moon, doesn't it?
It does. There's a station on the moon that fires microwaves to
everybody's
the
got drones
receiver in the
these days.
Gundam. They call them microwaves, so that's what I'm rolling with.
Exterior sweep negative.
To
We're
charge
all
the
clear.
cannon.
Still look like a software issue? We don't know. We're evaluating. Please maintain current alert level.
Because the thing was so damn
Okay, just
powerful
2 more
and
modules.
so power hungry that the Gundam's nuclear reactor could not support it on its own.
There's a small possibility we have a trespasser on site. We're analyzing data
So
now.
they didn't bother.
Stay vigilant. Copy that, Control.
There it is.
Damn it. Another subsystem is going offline.
Garadron showed that a 15-year-old Gundam X with the singular original satellite cannon was still terrifying on the battlefield.
Gotta move. Hi, MJ. A little busy right now.
I'll be quick.
Age
Listen,
don't
I gotta
mean
leave
nothing
him
if you
alone
still
in
got
his
it.
information. I think if I can get to him, I can make him talk.
Huh?
He knew about Dr.
Age don't
Downey.
mean
Probably
nothing
knows
if you
about
still
Morgan
got
Michaels
it.
as well.
Okay, just don't do anything crazy. Speaking of crazy,
Clearly.
gotta find that last module. There's the last one.
The Gundam X Divider had a less powerful set of beam cannons
Nice.
in its
Now I
shield,
can get into Norman's office
which
and hopefully
they
find out
referred
more
to
about Morgan
both
Michaels
as the Divider and the
Devil's Breath.
Harmonica, depending on if you're referring to the shield
Exterior sweep
itself or
negative.
the beam
Should
cannon.
we go on lockdown? Not yet. Mr. Osborne is in the middle of an important call.
That
Keep
actually
tracking.
took power from the
Must
mobile
be
suits
something out
reactor because it was significantly weaker than the satellite cannon, and it was still devastating. It was like seeing multiple Wing Zero twin buster rifles inside of a shield.
I had my people go through all your files. If you try to expose our business arrangement, it'll be your word against mine, and I'm not the one
The
behind
shield
bars
also
right now.
functioned as a booster unit for the
Is
Gundam to
Norman
fly
talking to
to be
Wilson
farther and
Fisk?
faster.
Neo statue. What are you talking about?
The Neo statue from
That's
the
why
auction
the X
house.
Divider had those
They
two
must be talking about
fuel
that file
tanks on
MJ
its
found.
back.
Who has the file?
We do, Norman. But it
To
doesn't tell
power
us
the
enough.
thrusters.
Which is why I'm doing some slightly illegal but morally acceptable B&E right now.
I'm son of a bitch. You're lying.
Oh, don't be too mad, Norman. We know you and Fisk built a secret Devil's Breath lab, but we still don't know where it is and
The
what Michaels
Gundam
has to do
X
with it.
does not
Let's
screw
hope your
around.
computer
It
can
does
tell us
not.
more.
In Build Fighters, we saw what
GR27?
you could do with that thing if you took the entire charge of the satellite cannon
Dr.
and
Morgan
chose,
Michaels is the
instead
chief
of using
scientist,
the cannon itself,
the location
to
of the lab is
add that
redacted.
power to the mobile suit directly.
AI-controlled CRISPR. If that actually works, it could cure any genetic disease. Cystic fibrosis,
Mao
Huntington's.
Yasuka,
This is
I believe his
crazy.
name was, legit just took the freaking little mobile sub-arm that his satellite cannon was on, plugged it into his beam saber, and used the satellite cannon's charge to enhance the beam saber. Like, this thing is freaking awesome.
Whoa.
Gundam X is what happens when you
GR27 is
take
Devil's
with
Breath.
the Gundam
It's
Wing
designed to cure
continuity and the
diseases,
Universal Century
but
and
in its
mix them in a
current form,
blender.
It's like a bioweapon.
Yeah.
Because, fun
Dr.
fact,
Michaels keeps the only
Mobile
sample
Suit
with him at
Design
all
Team
times.
on Gundam
That's
X
why Lee
was the
wants it.
same one from
We
Gundam
find
Wing.
Michaels, we find Devil's Breath.
Which I found awesome. They got to really flex their stuff and show, yeah, okay, in a more Universal Century-esque context, what could we make?
Hey, Pete. What's up?
We ended up
MJ,
with the Gundam
get this.
Airmaster,
Devil's
the
Breath
Gundam
wasn't
X,
designed to be a
and
weapon.
the Gundam
It's a treatment for
Leopard,
genetic
which I
disorders.
refer to as
But its
better
current
heavy
form is
arm.
wildly imperfect. In trying to fix the body, it rips it apart. We need to locate Dr. Michaels.
Come
I
at
don't
me,
trust
Wing
Sable to
fanboys.
contain something this deadly.
Not like I'll be listening to you anyway.
Charles Standish is being held at Sable's Central Park compound. If anyone knows Michael's location, it'll be Oscorp CFO. I'm trying to reach him now.
Reach him? That place is crawling
Like,
with
here's
guards. How are
much
you trying to
technical
reach him?
detail they go into for this freaking show.
Gotta go, partner.
Sneaking into a
There's a
Sable compound. That could go
Sequence
bad
where,
fast.
like, there's a series of
I should head up to
episodes where they're
Central Park.
effectively sailing across the ocean to their next destination. And in order to actually deal with aquatic mobile suit combat, you see them modifying their mobile suits with alternate propellers, like alternate propulsion gear and different weapons that would work better underwater.
Nice.
Gotta take them all out.
Instead of the Gundam Leopard's Gatling gun, for instance, it's swapped out for a torpedo launcher. One thing I do enjoy about the suit you're wearing is that there are little glowy bits that are really cool to see at night.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love having the. That's why when I'm playing the game in the nighttime setting, I enjoy just using all the glowy suits. You look like a friggin' nightlight in the negative view.
Oh yeah, I'm awesome.
Like, see for yourself, man.
Wasn't all right. If and when we do Arachnid Rider, just imagine Master wanting a piece of the action.
And naturally, if he says anything to Felix whatsoever, it's gonna be similar to what he says to Peter himself. You have lots of power and potential, but you keep squandering it by holding back.
You don't mind, right?
Simply because of the universe where Felix comes from, no matter what form he's taken, no matter how hard he seems to be going in the fight, just remember, he's always holding back.
I bet you guys get great reception up here.
With one major exception.
Boy, they really didn't want me going in. Which means I'm
When
going.
he learns that the versions of his friends he'd been trying to get back,
MJ,
get close
I'm
to,
in location
and,
number 2.
just make sure
Can
they
you
were
believe
alright.
these demons wear their
clones
masks just,
designed
like,
to draw
walking
him into a
around?
trap.
Must
He
make for
does
confusing
stop
staff
holding
meetings.
back, and it gets ugly.
I'll try to figure out their operation while you throw a wrench into it.
And that's how the Zed trap gets him. Bad things happen when a Power Ranger stops holding back. Regardless of whether they're currently in Ranger form or are actively using Kamen Rider powers. I love that tripwire so much.
Yep.
It's probably my favorite gadget.
What would he say to Constellation?
Where they're too reserved, you're too angry to focus. If you could just cool your head down, you'd be a threat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't angry.
Flatter yourself all you want, kid. You're the only one who refuses to see it.
Nah, he'd only be angry if this is edgy. Talking about.
Edgy Kabuto is still basically a facet of his personality he keeps buried until it becomes necessary as a coping mechanism. will find that a lot harder than it sounds.
Really now? Twin set.
Oh!
Remember, Taskmaster actively learns from his opponent and from every encounter. You cannot surprise him the same way twice, and he will never encounter you without doing prior research.
I mean, unless you encounter him.
Hey, understudies! The role of homicidal demons will now be
The only
played
way to
by
catch him
more
off guard
homicidal
is to
demons.
legit catch him off guard. Find him first.
Boom! 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 Alright.
Reinforcements! Unless you're just Natalie
You
dressed
are the
paparazzi?
living pinball.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yep. Ah, wait, trip mics don't work on him. Oh, shit, it worked on someone else.
Charities, clothes, books. They're trucked in from drop boxes all over town.
Sounds like a perfect distribution network for drug running. Which it looks like is
I
their
love
real
the
priority.
freaking wrecking ball perk because getting to swing heavy guys like that around is always going to be funny. Especially if you knock him into other dudes.
Yeah, there's my favorite finisher.
How do you backup guys get here so fast? I know it's not the 6th train.
Funny enough, like in some of the older Spider-Man games, particularly Ultimate Spider-Man, you can actually web these guys to the floor before they get up, and that'll keep them down.
You can do something similar, I believe.
More demons.
Actually, no, I do
Kill each
believe.
other
I
apart.
do know.
I mean, there's only so many mask variations.
Because if I can knock this. Oh! Fuck you!
Because, like, in Ultimate Spider-Man on the PS2, I had to actually wed people to the ground, otherwise they just keep getting off at infinitum.
You just have to be really quick about it.
Yeah.
I've helped. I have legit done it. That's why I'm telling people about it. Probably one of my favorite things to do is wed people to the floor or to walls and just watch them go, wait, what? You didn't think I'd use the impact webbing against you. Joke's on you. It's the lighter move. I still use the impact webbing, and because of how powerful it is, it launched him
MJ,
backwards and stuck
I've got
him
the
to
place
a wall.
locked down.
Great. I'll call in an anonymous tip. I bet if the
Oh,
police check out
wait.
those drop boxes, they'll find
Given
something
how
more
the
interesting
zombie
than
bubble
secondhand
looks,
jeans.
like the zombie breaker, the armor, I wouldn't be surprised if Peter were to meet Costco on his own. I wouldn't be surprised if he was mistaken for a bad guy.
Honestly, you've got the aesthetic for a supervillain. Really should learn to stop judging a book by its cover.
Like, just imagine if they meet on their own. Through his communicator. This weird spider guy has me webbed up.
Spider guy?
And you just hear over the comms, it's Spider-Man!
Where's the hyphen?
I don't really care right now. You have me in a web net.
I mean, you were probably gonna do something awful.
What with that chainsaw sword?
Guy.
I have not met very many good guys who look like that. Or carry around giant chainsaw swords. Or have zombie powers, for that matter.
Multiverse theory, look it up.
Reach him? That place is crawling with
What
guards.
now?
How are you trying to reach him?
No,
Very, very quietly.
Peter would know multiverse theory. Let's be real.
Standish is somewhere in
Now,
there.
the what now is he never expected to hear that from this kind of scenario. He knows what it is. It just took him off guard.
Ah.
That gap in the fence looks promising. Just need to distract
At least
the
let
guard.
me down so I can talk.
You're talking there.
Right,
Out of
there's
the way.
twin command.
You mean this?
Gotta move. Now.
Proceeds to web the pad buckle away from him. He's giving it a look over.
Gonna check on our house guest. Stay here.
Looks
Copy.
kind of similar to what I've
Must be
used, but
Standish.
very
He's here
different
somewhere.
technology.
Again, different multiverse, different universe.
Tell you what. Describe the world you came from to me, and then I'll let you down.
Do you have popcorn?
What's that?
Because that's the usual reaction I get.
Demons are killing anyone related to Devil's Breath. Standish is in real danger. Should get a photo of this. Out of frame.
But you better stop. But you better start talking, because I think you're starting to turn red. He's webbed upside down.
Oh,
Not in
yeah.
frame. Got it. Time to move.
They're like, he's like, well,
Standish,
I've got an
I know
hour
it.
to kill.
I've got to
I'll
get to
hear
that
you out.
tent.
Basically, my world is a... My world, where I come from, I'm in a tournament
Lock
where
out
it's
comms as
basically a
well.
reality TV show
Do not
where
want
I
you
have to
stressed
fight
about Michael's
for
or
my
Devil's Breath.
wish to be granted.
Crap. Generator tripped.
And
Won't distract
that
him for
which
long.
is...
You ever feel like there's something you could do? Like, someone's being used?
How's it looking?
I want to erase that.
Be ready? Bye-bye.
Pete's staring at him for a long, quiet moment.
Get that truck moving.
There's a shot of a web strand snapping moments later and a very heavy common rider landing on the roof.
Made it.
Alright. You got a base of operations around here somewhere?
Bravo and
You
Charlie are
clearly
both
have
on
a
deck
team
for
you're
Dr.
working
Michael's
with.
relocation, ma'am.
Add 2 more units. He carries the only sample of Devil's Breath. I will not be responsible for pandemic.
Get back first.
Barry, you knocked over the boxes. He's coming to investigate.
I know. Get the fuck out of here.
Get back.
Looks important.
Always hated these segments.
Safe houses.
It's perfectly a character for
Dr.
MJ,
Michaels
and
is
I
in
don't
one
mind
of
them as a
these. Standish
concept,
might
but
know which
I am
one.
just bad at them.
There's Standish's
Oh,
tent.
trust me. When I first played these stealth missions, I was
Little busy ego
Dog
doesn't bite him in the ass.
And no, that was not a pun, because Constantine's a dog.
Again? What's
I
up
wasn't
with
going to
these
accuse
lights?
you of such a pun. You did that to yourself, man.
I'm just making it clear, just in case,
Move it. Close.
someone else were to.
That said, I could just picture
Oh my
her,
God.
Pete's reaction to meeting the other riders and eventually. Everybody's in civilian mode except for Peter himself.
A very, not angry, more annoyed Costello, which straight up steals Bell.
Unless, only if you can get past the spider sense first, because that would definitely be registered as a threat.
Oh, thank God.
If anything, Peter would give back the buckle he was looking over.
Charles Standish?
Holy crap!
Like, it doesn't
Charles,
matter.
where is
About to
Dr.
steal
Morgan
the belt
Michaels?
so he'd be forced
sent
to
you,
transform back.
didn't he?
And Pete just webs his hand to the nearest surface.
He wants to kill me?
No.
You tell him to do it. Do it himself.
I'm not with the demons. I'm not with Siebel. I'm a reporter.
You have 5 seconds before I web you to the ceiling
And
again,
I
Bob.
want to see Lee stopped. Just like you.
What's
That's right. Speaking of...
I've read your byline.
Yeah, just run to the bathroom.
People won't listen to me. She has Michaels in the Bowery. They're moving him
Yeah,
to a
I
new
get
safe
that
house
reaction
tomorrow
a lot.
at noon. But she's totally ignoring Grand Central.
Grand Central.
The demons are talking
You'd
about
think
it when they
most
help me.
people would just learn to
going there to
drop
get-
the stuff they're drinking when they're fighting me,
To
but
get what,
no!
Charles? What do the demons need to get at Grand Central?
They just suck it down faster.
What the?
Charles!
Oh,
What
that
the
was
hell?
not a Sable guy. Definitely not a Sable guy. Sorry, Charlie. Okay, time to
Wait,
go.
no, he knows something.
No. He was pointing a gun at you.
Well, that was maybe the most awkward swing of my life.
So,
MJ
like,
is not happy.
Keeping in mind, Pete had little to no context for what's going on here, and spoiler alert, to MJ's credit,
Okay,
she
another
does
thing.
eventually
Sorry,
realize where she
Charlie.
screwed up and
You knock a
apologize
man
for
out,
it.
destroy my background research, and the best you got is sorry, Charlie.
People can
Is
be
everything a
prideful.
joke to
People
you?
can be stupid.
What? MJ, no,
This is a moment
I
of
screwed
weakness.
up. It was a tension breaker.
Tension breaker, right? You know, this is exactly why we broke up.
I thought we broke up so you could focus on your career.
We broke up because you wouldn't stop treating me like a baby. Don't do this, MJ. Don't do that, MJ. Oh, that's too dangerous, MJ. I may not have super spider powers, but I'm not made out of glass.
You snuck into the middle of an armed military... You know what? Can we not do this right now, please? Did you learn anything about Dr. Michaels?
Fine. Michaels is in the Bowery somewhere. Sable's moving him tomorrow at noon.
Awesome. Anything else? Was he saying something about Grand Central before I jumped in?
He was... No. It was nothing. Listen, I gotta go, Peter. Filing deadline.
Peter. That's how you know she's still
Now,
mad.
it's just me, but even with
Nice
no
work,
full
Mr.
context,
Superhero.
if I were in Peter's boots, I'd have probably just kept an eye on Grand Central anyways.
Yeah.
Man, I'm worked up. Gotta blow off some steam on patrol.
But I don't know how much of that is still the context I do have informing that decision, so... Yeah, I can just picture her. Peter meets everybody, and that's when Felix
Spider-Man,
starts talking,
I could really use your help.
and
My
the
roommate's been
gag
missing since the
continues.
Halloween party. Okay, right here. Last known location?
His name's Carlos. I ran a facial recognition search across social media. Here,
Well,
let me
hi
text you what I
there.
found.
Smart. What's your name?
Always a pleasure
Hello,
to see a
Chad.
fellow writer
Okay, Philip.
working for the
I'll
side
find
of the law.
Carlos. If you get info on anyone else who's missing, let me know.
Is that cat talking?
Okay, looks like I need to find the location in this picture.
Yeah, I get that
I see
a
the
lot.
Statue of Liberty, so it's gotta be way south of here. Not close to the university. Probably the financial
There is
district.
honestly a part of something I feel like
I'm headed to where the picture was taken.
I am
How
not
recent
the
is it?
weirdest thing you've seen all week.
Half an hour ago.
Nice heuristics. You did that facial tracker
But
on
that
your
would
own?
require him to actually know about the Spider-Man universe, so...
If this works, you can count on me for a reference.
Alright, so Statue of Liberty is... Where? Okay, I'm going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I know, I've done that too.
Also because I want to. Damn it, I can't. I don't have enough tokens.
Hi, Andy.
Andy, hello.
Hey, how are y'all?
We're good. Playing Spiderman.
What? Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spider-Man.
Yep.
Is it the Miles Morales or is this
The first one.
We're
Once we
basically going to go through them in order until the release of Spider-Man 2.
If I can find the location in this picture, I should be able to find
which
Philip's
I will
room.
be streaming once I get it. Hopefully for my birthday. Because I have made it not so secret that I want that game for my birthday. My mom, like, even though I am 30 years old and turning 31, my mom still makes me write down like a wish list of things I want.
It makes people easier to shop for that way.
Yeah.
Trust me, my family's done that too.
I thought of just writing down my birthday wish list and just write Spider-Man 2 for the PS5 and just give that to her.
This game definitely looks pretty good.
That looks like the spot over there.
It's on my list of games to eventually play.
These students are acting like the ones at the Halloween party.
This is definitely a good. It's a good game.
I didn't even realize you switched to the 2099 black suit. Woo.
Yep.
So, fun fact. Even though it's seen as blue in almost every appearance,
I better end this
supposed
fast.
to be black. The issue is the way the lighting was done in the comics at the time, because it was this brightly lit neon and future city, and the way, you know, darker stuff was done in the comics at the time, it was done as like blue for like reflecting light.
That's the last of them.
But the suit is supposed to be black and red. Why, hilariously enough,
Everything
I
was
started doing,
fine,
let's
and then
say, first batch
so
of
much anger.
Spider-Man fan art, and I
couldn't think
did
straight.
doodle the
It's over now.
2099 suit
Well, I
because I
stay
was
off the
doing
internet
so
for a
with
while.
just a pencil at school at the time, and I was doing this without colors. This was actually closer to accurate than most video games have ever portrayed the suit. Again, it's supposed to be black, but the way
sorry.
light reflects off
My
of
bus
it,
broke down and
it
there
looked
were no
blue.
cabs. But I'll be there as soon as I can.
It was a way they did like black fabrics and materials in comics at the time.
I need to take him down fast.
It's like, even in the more recent Spider-Man games, whether it looks blue or not, this suit is labeled 2099 black, as opposed to 2099 white, Miguel's newer suit.
Whatever color that you see is actually all the colors except that one particular color. For instance, if you're looking at something that's blue, it's all the colors of the rainbow except blue, because it is the blue light that reflects off of the material and bounces back.
Neat.
Science with AJ. I'd listen to that podcast.
Yeah. You've definitely got the voice for it.
See? What did I tell you, AJ?
Like, from my perspective, like, your voice is like equal parts relaxing and engaging. I'd actually listen to that.
You could be the new science guy.
Actually, there's actually a few
not gonna lie. Feeling pretty good about myself right now.
There's and I'm probably gonna mispronounce. Get this this show I think it's called Ventrilium or something like that. And he doesn't mention science stuff. And then there's Action Science, I think. He doesn't mention science stuff. So there's a few people that are curious about.
Yeah, after Bill Nye got bullied, it's nice to know people are carrying the torch of science guy.
Bill Nye got bullied? What? Why?
So, Bill Nye was supposed to come back with a brand new show on Netflix, right? And on that show, he said there are two genders.
I see where the issue came up.
He got bullied. And the episode was... Either that episode was re-released, or there was a follow-up episode where Bill said, I was wrong, there's more than two genders.
Hand down.
Like, I can see where the mix-up happened. He probably meant to say there's two sexes, but multiple genders. Because there is a difference.
Well, see, it's all about the language, right? From my perspective, I'm not smart enough to remotely know much about that topic. However, I will say this. That think of all the wonderful technologies that could be derived from the forward push of an incentive, right, to actually change one's gender of their own free will. There is going to be a time in our side, within our technology, that it's going to happen. Because there's an incentive. There's a demand. It's only going to be a matter of time. Right? So, think of all the
show's over.
That would bring. So, if you're able to change, for instance, the one sex, right, on the biological level, like completely, like 100% all the way down, right, and to look like not just that, but the cosmetics aspects of the technology.
10 seconds.
Look, however,
so close to perfection.
So, the similarity from the avatars or the personification of how you want to look and how you show people how you want to look when you're streaming, right? Those two factors could very well be interchangeably the same at some point in time in the future. It's going to happen.
It's just a matter of when.
Exactly.
I think my brain just fried.
Basically, science is going to advance to the point where what you feel on the inside can be your reality on the outside.
Exactly.
It's not a matter of if, only when.
Only when.
Oh god, that sounds like Kamen Rider Geeks.
In a sense, I guess you could put it that way. I haven't really seen Beats, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, right! Because in the far, far future, in Kamen Rider Geats, the people that watch the Desire Grand Prix and the people that host it come from so far into the future that pretty much, everything about you can be decided from the day you're born.
Or to put it in Gundam terms, this is basically how the coordinators in Gundam Seed are set up.
I want to thank you for getting Miles the job at the feast shelter.
Glad to. And please, call me Peter. Mr. Parker is probably someone more together than me.
I should tell you, he has reservations. I finally gave him a choice. This or more therapy. He needs this. He just hates to feel like a victim, or be pitied.
Gotcha. I'm the same way. I'll let Aunt May know, and I'll make sure I'm there his first day.
Thank you again.
but
This means a lot
it
to
was
both
super
of us.
interesting. All the things that brought about in regards to technology.
Spider-Man, we just caught a sniper stalking Mayor Osborn's chief of staff. Pretty sure there are other targets. Our perp had a map of the city with the courthouse circle.
I'm on it. See if you can get more info out of our friend here, and contact me at this number.
I don't know, it's kind of weird.
I
need to
honestly
hurry.
don't want to
The
know
attack on the courthouse
exact
could come any
moment I
second.
die, because that's just gonna be a lifetime of anxiety of every time I'm idle, I am watching that clock.
Oh, sweet.
If the sniper sees me near the target, he'll take the shot.
The science
Only
person
chance is to take out the gunman before he can fire.
I want to know just so that I can break the system, so I can break whatever it is.
I admit that's another part of my brain going
Nobody
off
likes a
there. Like,
camper.
on the one part, I want to know because one, it'll give me a weird sort of comfort to know when the expiration date is supposed to be, so to speak, and also
No
to give me the
pressure. Send me what you
satisfaction of
got.
living past it.
Multiple snipers, one
But then
Spider-Man.
going,
I need to
I'll
move
be
fast.
living in anxiety trying to make this
Anyone
happen
who's
the
ever
entire
worked on
time, and
Norman's
effectively
campaign
turns
is a
into
potential
self-fulfilling
target.
prophecy.
That's one way to destroy Osborn, I guess. Make it so nobody wants to be around him.
Somehow eat it, then you're gonna be dead.
Sniper's gotta be around here somewhere.
So you actually pick the bucket.
If I get
As being seen from Final
Fantasy.
I was thinking the same thing.
Listen, I'm tired.
But,
I had a long day. You noticed me.
I know. I just thought it was funny. No, I just had the thought of like I'm lying on my bed doing whatever, looking at the counter on my hand. That's pretty high, right?
Now where's the assassin?
And then it suddenly drops by like
Target safe. Only one to go.
20 years.
All because you had to have that
people die.
All because you had to have the shirt down the eyes.
Try and work around my schedule.
I forgot that was the price for that shit.
No.
Gotta check out all possible vantage points for snipers.
He went by a dollar.
Like, imagine, if you will, you have
Snapple stop doing the best stuff on Earth.
you have the life counter on your hand, right?
Officer, all three
Every
snipers
time
are
you
down.
walk
Are we in the
past
clear?
this one house, it suddenly drops to minutes. And as you're walking past, it goes back up.
We have a probable location based on cell phone towers. But if they see cops, they'll start shooting.
Act like you're negotiating.
Yeah.
Stall them. Take away their bargaining chips.
It's like
They won't leave witnesses. Either I save the hostages, or they're dead.
You should go home. You should make a Molotov. And make that house go bye-bye.
it's like you're living in Haddonfield from Halloween. You walk past the Michael Myers house and your life counter suddenly drops. But as you walk away, it suddenly goes back up. And then Halloween comes around and it drops again.
Drops again, but you're in your own home.
I'm hanging out with my friends, and we're all talking about how like anything and everything, and I happen to see my counter, and I tell them, I think it's broken, guys. It's all question marks.
If I'm spotted, those hostages are dead. Gotta take out these guys quietly.
You're already dead. Or two, you're never dying.
Alternatively, it just spells out fish.
What the fuck?
It's not showing numbers, it is showing anything but numbers.
Why fish?
Literally didn't see that coming.
Because it was the closest non sequitur my brain had.
Oh wait. Ooh. Actually, not really going and changing topic, just going back one. I realized, Bear. Okay, so people can have white hair. That's common, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
But, red eyes? Now, that's something kind of worrying, don't you think?
I feel like this is a reference to something.
Oh no. So, remember how there's people who come from the future?
Yes.
And they get to design
If I'm
their
spotted,
own,
those hostages are dead. Gotta take out these guys quietly.
Sense, the way they look.
Yes.
Sweet dreams.
What if Costell's from the future and he doesn't even know it?
Huh.
That's why his eyes are red.
Felix meets Kazuto before Kazuto met Felix in the future, and there's just all kinds of confusion.
No. What I'm going for is, he's a from the future, but he went back in time as a baby, so he wouldn't even know he's from the future.
He's a future baby.
Yeah.
Damn, Spidey!
He went from flip to flip.
Must have learned a thing or two from Black Cat.
Ready night.
I didn't even mean that as a sexual joke.
I wasn't taking it up as.
Oh, well then never mind. Forget what I just said.
But yeah, I just imagine final time there negates worlds. Pasta finally gets the news. It's finally told. Finally told where he's really coming from.
Snoring now.
Whoa!
Thanks again, Spider-Man. This could have turned ugly.
I wouldn't have known about it if not for you. You make a good team, officer.
With his head.
Hey, see if you can convince more of your buddies to work with me instead of shooting at me, okay?
All this time, I've been fighting for a timeline I wasn't even a part of.
So, AJ, we were playing Starfield on the stream earlier.
He's muted.
Ah.
I think I heard his phone going
Yeah,
on.
Okay.
it did. Okay, just off topic here.
Looks like Doc checked in.
Peter, I've had
Take
an
a starter
epiphany.
Pokemon.
It's all about the mind.
I'm just gonna pick a
For
random
example,
generation here.
a mind of unlimited
Gen 5,
potential,
black and white.
shackled to a tired old body. Think of what that mind could achieve if it were
Anybody
free.
who
Hey
wants
guys,
to answer.
bird watching? I saw some pigeons over there.
Which one was Gen 5, black and white?
Yeah.
Can't have the ones inside feeling left
Bacon.
out. Going down.
What about you, Taro?
MJ, I'm at the third location.
Like I said before,
Apparently, it's casual mask day at the office.
know anything.
Finally, a job where you'll fit right in. Until
Okay,
you
fair
start
enough.
with face kicking.
He don't
Yeah, I guess I'm
Pokemon.
feeling HR is not going to be too
Yeah,
happy.
I guess I'm at a type disadvantage because my ideal pick is Snivy.
Oh
I'm
my!
not even normally a snakes kind of guy, but Snivy's adorable.
Like the three of us become Pokemon trainers, and we all pick our starter, and it's like, like you get Snivy, I get the
Tepig.
Tepig. I almost called it Bacon again.
That's probably your nickname for it.
It is actually. It is.
Which is hilariously morbid.
Listen, if I had thought about it before, I would have named Torchic KFC.
I don't get the joke, but I'm assuming Torchic is some sort of bird.
It's a firebird.
Torchic is a literal fire chicken.
So
Kentucky. Tepig is a fire pig.
Fair enough.
So you wouldn't even really have to cook it.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's the one that usually gets people. That's the comment that usually gets people.
Even me, who doesn't even know anything about Pokemon.
Someone needs a nap.
Alright, switching to...
Here's a fun little fact. Torchic has multiple Pokédex entries that go on about how warm it is to hug because it's got an internal fire-producing organ. A detail shared by Flareon, who also has a similarly described fire-producing internal organ. So it's very warm to hug. I love it when fire-type Pokemon are described as such. But yeah, you'd have named yours Bacon, mine would probably be named Stevia or something.
I hope you guys can up your game.
Some kind of plant-based sweetener.
Oh yeah,
That looks supposedly an importer of souvenirs for Chinatown shops.
What they're importing is not something I want as a memento.
Maybe?
Demons. Looks like they bring in their buddies in shipping containers.
Tepig.
Planes out foreign nationals with criminal records are getting into the country.
Tepig.
You guys look mad. I admit, I used all my good quips.
T.E. Pig.
I don't mind repeating myself.
It's based on like a wordplay pun.
T.E. Pig. Yep.
Like tepid, but tepig.
You were just in a battle or fight, whatever
you had it right the first time, battle.
This is like when the band's doing its fourth encore and you just kind of want to go home.
And next thing you hear.
Oh god.
Oh no.
At least it's better than hearing Steam Moo! Because I would hit the deck if I heard that.
Oh, that would be my luck.
That reminds me, the Gotchard cards are actually available for purchase as like in booster packs and shit.
Like, it's after a battle, I'm just healing up my Pokemon time, and then boom! Oh no, not again!
I love how you went, no, not again. Like this has happened before.
11 times, as a matter of fact.
Nah. You two in the middle of battle, all of a sudden.
MJ, call the police. All the demons are incapacitated.
Oh no, not again!
Souvenir.
And you finally get to see who's the guy who's what's it called? Oni?
What?
Is it Oni or
I don't understand the question.
like okay. So I'm assuming unlike Digimon, there's more than one sort of like creature for any given trainer. Yes?
feature, what do you mean?
What do you mean by feature?
Now I'm lost. What?
You said feature. What do you mean?
I'm assuming there's more than one feature to every given trainer.
More than one creature?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon trainers can have up to 6 at a time.
Is it owning? Is it like owning? You own them, or
you catch them and they are yours?
Spider-Man. So my tracker picked up some more people who were at the party and might have gotten.
You do own them, yes.
This is Ethan.
That's why Digimon has always been has always been like the better franchise in my head, because you don't own Digimon, you befriend
I'll try to find a
Digimon.
place. Thanks. Philip's photo is my only lead again.
Pokemon are viewed
I gotta
like
find this
pets,
location.
whereas Digimon
The
are
picture
viewed like
shows
people.
elevated train tracks, like the ones up in East Harlem.
By the way, since we're on the subject of Pokemon, have any of you seen the new game coming out, or maybe it's already out, called Power World? And
Is that the one with the guns?
yeah,
Spider-Man, I talked to Carlos.
It looks better than
fine
any
until he got to the
Pokemon
barbecue.
game that has come out.
Whatever happened to him kicked in after the Halloween party.
A delayed reaction. That's not good.
I don't
There
understand
could be corrupted
why
walking time bombs all over Manhattan.
make this phenomenally looking game, but these big publishers
L trains could mean Harlem.
are struggling to create decent grass models or what have you.
That has something to do with the working environment.
Maybe the aesthetics of this game just looks like it looks really good.
Like I've always been in the camp that while graphics can enhance a game experience, they're not necessary to the game's experience.
True. I mean, like there's many games where the graphics are they're not necessarily the greatest or anything. The gameplay.
Mario Brothers.
Lee's corruption is frightening. Literally, no one's safe. I'm used to hostile New Yorkers, but this is a whole new level.
Earthbound.
Good thing I've got Philip on my side. That guy has some impressive skills.
See, I'm not sure if you'd call those bad graphics or just stylized.
Looks like there's a
because
bridge
they're
at the end
going
of the
for
tracks.
a specific kind of look.
Oh,
I'm talking
yeah, that's true.
I'm talking like if you want graphics that are comparatively bad nowadays, think Ocarina of Time on the
right track.
N64 or
Literally.
Super Mario 64
I should be able to follow these to
any
where
of
the
the
photo
early
was taken.
PlayStation games. Comparatively, the graphics suck, but they're not necessary for the overall experience. You're coming for gameplay.
I see elevated train tracks. Those are northeast. Uh-oh. Looks like I might be too late.
So I've never really been too upset about Pokemon's graphics or Fallout's whole deal.
Almost there.
When it comes to the way characters look.
This is it. No corrupted students, but it looks like they've been here.
That'd do fun and funny that people are going, yeah, this one Pokemon battle simulator for the Wii way back in the days of Diamond and Pearl has better graphics than the current Switch game.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting here going, alright, and?
My car's in the garage, but that's the direction.
It looks better, and
There
the
they are.
animations are better.
Time to end this.
So?
If the only thing in a video game that matters to you is how it looks, just go look at
a lot of people at the
just go
Halloween
look at some paintings or something.
Go outside and look at some pretty pictures.
While you're at it, touch grass.
The sooner I get you guys
Somehow
back
I
to
knew
normal,
that was
the better.
coming.
You're a monster! I called you!
The instant the words "go outside" were uttered, I knew touch grass was coming somewhere.
They had to.
Nobody's in trouble for it. I was just saying, I was expecting it somewhere.
No time to be polite about it.
Oh!
I think that's it.
Bog.
That,
I was
damn.
drinking my latte.
That's a skull fracture for sure.
One time I got mugged.
And a handful of
saw this
broken
big crowd of
bones.
people, and it's like someone flipped a switch. You should be fine now. Though maybe you should switch to decaf.
So, I'll ask you the same question I asked Bear, Andy. Pick a Gen 5 starter. For black and white. We got Oshawott, we got Snivy, we've got Tepig.
So Gen 5?
Yeah.
How many do I get to choose?
Only one.
Snivy.
Ah, fellow grass snake lover. Ah. Yeah, but, like, legit, like, back when Black and White 2 were coming out, my cousin got me a copy of the game for my birthday, like, either my birthday that year or, like, closer to Christmas, I forget which, alongside a DSi at the time, and when he sees my team, he just gives me this look and says, "You are the only person I know who didn't pick
I got an
Oshawott."
interesting tip today. Remember that barbaric beast named the Rhino? Apparently last night he almost escaped from his cell at the raft. How, you ask? Well,
He sees
no
that I have a
one there
Snivy,
seems
and he's
to
like,
know,
"You're the
but
only
they assure
person
me
I
he's been
know who
relocated
didn't
to
pick
a
the Otter."
more secure cell. Now, I'm no expert on supermax prisons, but isn't the whole point
Needless
of
to
them
say, I
that
wrecked
there
a lot of
isn't
teams just
anything
because of
else
that.
more secure? I mean, he's a 700-pound maniac with an
At least in the early
indestructible
game.
horn.
I stopped caring
If there's
much
a
about
more
how
secure
fighting came the
cell,
other players
why
later in
wasn't
the
he
game.
in it?
But yeah, out of the 3 Unova starters, Snivy is my favorite. I like the regal kind of royal grass snake thing that Superior has going on. Also, it does have hands. They're folded behind its back. Stop saying it doesn't have hands.
If you say it doesn't have hands, the one thing you're gonna catch is hands.
Uh-huh.
It's like how there's a gothic Pokemon in black and white.
Yeah, the Gothitelle line, right?
Alright, who wants to fight Tombstone? Nobody? Too bad.
There's the Alchemax plant.
I was about to say, yeah, the big man, let's go. Reference the spectacular Spider-Man.
Good timing. Tombstone's men are loading fresh supplies. What for, though? Is he getting back into drugs? They're heavily armed. This might be easier if I stay quiet.
Yeah. Tombstone.
Where is he?
What was that?
Where is he?
He's hard to miss. There's like a crash in the background and car alarms going
The
off.
no lab coats thing gave you away.
Yeah, that's probably him. Oh!
Problem is, he's legit invulnerable.
Invulnerable versus unkillable. Let's see what wins.
Well, it's not that you're unkillable. It's just when you die, you come back.
It's that you don't stay dead. It's not that you can't be killed, it's that
Tombstone's
you
men are
don't
down.
stay that way.
Now to find out what's in these barrels.
Well,
like, just watch
Diox
here.
3.
When
Isn't this the chemical Tombstone was exposed to as a kid?
Inspecting the chemicals, you're gonna
What's he
see
doing with it
like,
now?
oh, these dudes here with a substance that lets them mimic Tombstone's powers.
Yeah! Let's go, come on!
And notice how much harder they are to put down.
He became an albino.
See how Spidey's got to resort to hitting them with the vehicles and using whatever objects around him to actually do anything? At least until whatever they got wears
More
off.
dudes, more drugs. Someone's gotta teach these guys about the dangers of peer pressure.
I think he killed that guy because he didn't take the drug yet.
He's fine. He's fine.
Comic book logic.
Look, if Peter can survive being bitten by a radioactive spider, these guys can survive being hit by a motorcycle.
There is a Marvel universe where they're trying to take the most realistic, dark way possible about everything, and you do not want to see poor Peter's story in that universe.
Oh yeah, I believe it's called Ruin.
Uh-huh.
It was
Ruin is the universe you don't want to see.
It was made. It was made. Go ahead.
Even compared to friggin' Marvel Zombies, both versions, this is still comparatively more gruesome and just
Bad
downright
feeling those drug
depressing.
inhalers and the Diox 3 are related. Should analyze an inhaler to find out what's going on.
Yeah, this is more gruesome and depressing than the zombie apocalypse comics.
This was also made in response to the comic Marvel, or Marvels, which was basically a celebration of Marvel Comics and all the wonder and, well, marvels that exist in that universe.
Basically, it celebrated all the good of the Marvel Universe. This is a cautionary tale of all the horrible shit that could have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, did Peter get shafted hard in this universe.
Not just him, Bruce Banner too.
Diox 3 plus designer amphetamines.
Like, they have it worse here than in the universe where they turned into flesh-eating undead cannibals. Like, let that sink in.
Pretty clever recipe for temporary invulnerability. I'm impressed. And worried. This stuff hits the street and there'll be a huge market for it. With Tombstone as the sole supplier, I think I can synthesize a counter drug. I wonder if there are any lab supplies in that truck.
Sorry, I went down the rabbit hole of ancient plumbing.
Okay.
Not something I expected, but alright.
No, they had all these different symbols for the angles of the shape of the clay piping or whatnot, and it's super interesting. Like ancient plumbing existed for a long time, and then like it was lost, you know, due to time, wars, whatever. And then it would be brought back independently, or some of the knowledge was carried over, rediscovered, I guess, through the ruins of fallen cities or whatever, and then ancient plumbing would come back. And then it would disappear again and come back. It's fairly fascinating. Because of the redirection of water, through into sewage drains and whatnot, it's one of the reasons why it helped reduce the amount of pollution, but also it attracted a certain level of pestilence, whatever, pests.
Pestilence. I believe that's the word you were looking for.
Time for some artisanal
fun fact.
science.
Horses are omnivores.
All animals are omnivores.
There. Single dose of the counter drug. Just
Ah.
need to test it out.
No?
Tell me one
Maybe I should pay Tombstone a visit at his chop shop.
I've never seen sharks eat plants.
Sharks, bottom feeders. Most of them. So which shark are we talking about?
So this is where the party is.
Alright. No, I was mainly thinking, but like, I'm willing to go down the rabbit hole of great sharks. The great ones.
Like I was honestly getting to a point where I mentioned the horses being opportunistic omnivores thing.
Geronimo!
So forgive me for dragging things into MLP for a second,
MJ,
but there's a
I'm at the fourth
fanfic
place
I've
on your
been
list.
listening to on YouTube called Fallout Equestria, where one of the characters basically questioned by another for eating meat. He says, "Nah, it's plenty capable. We could do it. Our guts just don't like doing it too much. Besides, any higher power that could create bacon and not let us have some is a cruel one." The character in question legit used the existence of bacon to prove that eating meat's not all bad.
There's Mike helped out, so you couldn't even hear him laughing.
You're welcome.
If you were to say sharks, like in general, like blanketed on, there are sharks that do eat vegetables or food plants.
Like, fair enough. The first shark that came to my head was the great white, so that was more or less what I had intended at the time.
So let's go back and so let me reword my, because like I don't know much on aquatic animals, right? But I do know a little bit on land animals, right? From what I understand, land animals, all land animals are actually omnivores, right? They eat both plant and meat, and you can pick pretty much any land animal, right, and find this to be true. Even your big cats and your wolves, right, have been known to eat grass.
They're not even trying to pretend they're legit.
It's just sad when criminals don't take pride in their work anymore. I'll see what I can find out.
I guess you would say, whatever.
Like horses.
Yeah, they will eat grass, but within the grass will be insects. They'll eat the insects. Insects are, I mean, they're not plants. And they get a decent amount of protein eating these insects, in addition to eating the grass.
Fair enough.
Now, you could also argue it was a long stretch, but that's what this is a long stretch that if I'm feeding the other animals, right?
So I think the new guys have attacked the old guys, and they have turned their corner. No?
Yeah, so like if they were eating, like oh, I don't know, like a stingray that was eating or some, whatever.
Be honest, you were all waiting next door until I thought I'd won just to be mean, weren't you?
That animal that just so happens recently.
Peter, it looks like we took over a legitimate auto repair business.
Explains where the demons get all their vehicles.
Fair enough.
Trucks,
Everything is
ambulances.
omnivorous if you look at it the right way.
You shut this down, they'll have a tougher time moving around the city unnoticed.
I would hate to see the group text that got you all here. Hold on! Before we start, let me check the maximum occupancy for this place.
Oh no, not again!
Finally get to see who owns these two.
MJ,
Yeah, you okay, Bear?
I may have
heard
just done
you
the
apparently
opposite of
see,
repair at this repair shop.
Like,
Don't worry,
freaked
I'll
out
get
the
the cops
mic
down there.
when you laughed that hard.
Yeah, no, because you brought up My Little Pony, and I'm like, how did I know?
And then I brought up the bacon joke.
Yeah.
Fallout Equestria's got some good jokes in there.
Speaking of My Little Pony, I had a friend years ago who came up with a parody. I don't know if he ever finished it, but he was like, he was making a small little short, and it was hilarious. What he had or whatever. Do y'all know who, the old show, Who's the Boss?
Yes.
And
no.
So there's this old show, main character I think was Tony Danza. And he's like, he's a fairly well-known older actor, I guess.
I know I've heard of him.
Okay, that's the main part.
Let's
So,
talk about Halloween,
instead of My Little
folks.
Pony, it was My
It
Little
may
Tony.
be good fun for the kids to dress up as a cowboy or astronaut or ballerina and trick-or-treat.
Tony's
Trend of grown
Danza's,
adults glorifying the
whatever,
likes of
the art
Spider-Man
style
by dressing up as them is, especially in the times we live in, disturbing.
I don't know
What say you, Gino from the Bronx?
Yeah, well, I get your point, but my girlfriend got
like My Little Tony.
Time to shut Tombstone
My
down.
Little Toady.
It was hilarious.
In a My Little Pony fanfic I was writing, I managed to get Bear
The
actually
angry drug
engrossed
lord
enough in the
drank
story
alone.
to give a
There's
crap.
a poem in there somewhere.
Yep.
By his own admission, he's not very much into the show. He doesn't know too much about it. Just what little snippets he'd heard from me. But when he gave my fanfic a try, evidently I wrote an engaging enough mystery that he's like,
How'd you
okay,
even manage to
son of
connect
a
with
bitch,
Martin
now
Lee?
I'm hooked.
I'm top of my game. I don't go knocking. People find me.
Like, he just legit congratulated me the one morning saying, okay, you got me hooked. Now I'm interested.
Tombstone for days and he wouldn't feel it. Wonder if the counter drug would work.
Like, you did. Like, you legit told me, congratulations, you got me hooked.
Remember the last time we did this dance? Leg healed up okay.
Hurts when it rains, but otherwise dandy. Sweet of you to ask. Can't use the counter drug till I take out Tombstone's gang. Ah, so flattered. But the exploitation of suffering thing gives me pause. Need to clear out his
To
mental.
the degree that I should have been working with him
You have your
to
marketing
develop an
department cook that
OC
name up?
for the story.
Yep. Basically, Pony Alan Wake.
Feels like punching a steel wall, just like Tombstone. Need me to recommend a good dermatologist? No reason. Not gonna get me that easy. The drug in those inhalers only lasts a little while. Gotta strike when it wears off.
Hey, you wouldn't want to take a break, would you?
Oh, Lonnie, tired? Someone's been skipping cardio. He's wearing down. I'm close.
I just love the freaking reactions I got for some of these gummies. I left hints for an eventual plot point, and the instant Bear got the idea, like I had just left this little bit. You could say that the character in question may or may not have already been mentioned. Bear's like, now I'm gonna have to look back. And I just throw out a little gif of a person tying a scarf around his neck and I say, let me know when it clicks for you. Because the scarf is itself part of the plot. There's this little brief pause, click, and screaming. I just start smiling. Yep, he gets it. Off in the distance. Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Counter drug worked. Time to take him down.
Seeing that kind of reaction just makes my day.
Oh, you know, particulated
It's like,
deblocking
when someone's
agent.
better enough to react like that.
Hurt me. I don't remember the last time that happened.
Welcome back to the human experience, Lonnie.
Man, my tongue feels funny. My tongue's supposed to feel funny.
Oh yeah, totally. 100% normal. I think. Someday, Lonnie, I want to find you
Also,
doing
you
good.
finally hooked me on the MLP
kitchen or
story.
something.
I'm like, oh, what finally
Soon
did
as
it?
soup pays, I'm in.
And Bear tells me it's this one particular location called Horseshoe Bay. Based on indications from another MLP show that was supposed to be edited.
End
Very
of the
distant
day,
past.
this is what I love.
Circa
Great fight.
MLP
Great
Apprenticeship
challenge.
Magic as opposed
You and I
to
are
the G5
very
show.
different people.
Which reminds me, there's a G5 game.
It's weird in that it is kind of plot relevant, but it's also not necessarily very good.
Well, that doesn't matter. You know why?
Please tell me you're not gonna play it.
Okay, I won't tell you.
Can we say
no.
you're crazy again, please?
Sure. For now. Hell of a run, though.
I will be hiding
Not
now.
quite how I describe it.
No, you're joining me for this shit.
Oh!
I was scared of that all.
That's new.
Hey,
Too much to hope you'll be taking
Yeah.
it easier now that you're, you know, mortal?
Not a chance. Threat of death just ups the thrill.
Among Us game. We should try.
Hell of a left hook. Can't wait for the rematch.
I can.
Like, there's this one where
I like
someone is
you.
like the werewolf, and it's I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. Then there's like a vampire one, and there's like where it's
Well,
completely
that was
obvious
dramatic.
where
Wonder how long Tombstone's powers will be negated for.
it's
Probably not long enough. Good work for now, though, Pete. Pats on the back all
Okay.
around.
all the different mods.
You ever seen fire run like that? Chem fire. He knows what they have.
Alright, so we took down Tombstone. We don't have to worry about him ever again. Look at me, I'm the Flash! Alright.
One last thing.
Yes?
I'm gonna head out here in a second to go out to the store and get something. I'm dying of thirst. I need water.
Same.
So, get this chance on the comic writer, the legend writer,
Folks,
hey,
you've no
Peter.
doubt heard about the riot at Empire State University. But this is not your usual toxic mix of underage drinking, entitled millennials, and hormones run rampant.
That's
Authorities are keeping a tight lid on the situation, but my sources tell me the demons drug this, turning them into
I do not agree to this.
What has become of our fair city, ladies and gentlemen, when we have to fear our own children, our neighbors, our husbands and wives? Be vigilant, be on guard, and keep a close eye on that barista with the man bun making your skinny latte, or you could be next!
And he races off in a different direction to actually help someone. And yes, I say this after I figured he's left. But yeah, legitimately surprised you two said you had that game.
Oh, I don't have it.
We're going to play it.
It's free on PS Plus.
Doing is just roller skating around and playing a bunch of mini games. I think. I haven't really looked too much into the game. I've just heard that it's not all that impressive.
Neither have I. I just saw My Little Pony and I thought, well, since there's no Friendship is Magic game that I'm aware of.
No official ones, anyway.
Why not play the shitty G5 game?
I fill a void by just using the Crimes Against Nature mod in Fallout 4 and play as pony people.
Alright, well, we are at 3 hours and 21 minutes, so I will end the stream here for today. Thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92. Mekumon. Tara was here just a few minutes ago, and AJ for dropping in.
Remember, life's as extreme as you want to make it!
As AJ plays Ultra. No stream tomorrow. Because we will hopefully be doing D&D. So,
D&D's always fun.
Yep. We do a Common Rider D&D.
That's where the Kazuto and Felix thing comes from.
Their characters are Kazuto and Felix. Felix is
a weird little anomaly. Coming from a universe where Digimon turn into Power Rangers, like morphers and everything. And he is a Mekumon. He is a small orange cat.
Alright, so. And as usual, there will be no stream on Sunday, so I'll see y'all on Monday with more Spider-Man.